Our top story this hour, President Donald Trump says that a deal to end the war in Ukraine is closer than ever. But there is no clear breakthrough in sight. Any actual deal might still be weeks away. And the final call may rest with Russian President Vladimir Putin. In fact, hours before Trump hosted Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky in Florida, the US president dialed his Russian counterpart. It was a familiar sequence of events. In October, Zelensky had visited the US, hoping to secure sale of long-range Tomahawk missiles. However, a Putin-Trump call just ahead of the meeting meant that he remained empty-handed. During this time as well, Trump and Putin agreed on one thing, and that is there will be no temporary ceasefire. Later in the press conference with Zelensky, President Trump confirmed that he favored Putin's arguments against a ceasefire.
Not a ceasefire, and that's one of the points that we're working on right now. No, not a ceasefire. He feels that, look, you know, they're fighting and to stop, and then if they have to start again, which is a possibility, he doesn't want to be in that position. I understand that position.
Trump also insisted that he believed Putin still wants peace, even as Russia launched another round of talks, the attacks in Ukraine, while the talks were taking place in Florida, while Zelensky flew to Florida.
I really believe we're probably, Mr. President, by far closer than ever before with both parties. We had some times when he was close and President Putin wasn't. Then when President Putin was close and he wasn't. You saw that in the White House. But I think they both want to see it happen.
The US president even claimed that Russia wants to see Ukraine succeed, drawing an interesting reaction from the Ukrainian president. In fact, Zelensky declared that US security guarantees for Ukraine under the 20-point peace plan are 100% agreed. That is, even if Trump said it's more like 95%.
They're going to be helping. Russia's going to be helping. Russia wants to see Ukraine succeed. Once, it sounds a little strange, but I was explaining to the president, President Putin was very generous in his feeling toward Ukraine succeeding, including supplying energy, electricity, and other things at very low prices.
Well, Trump and Zelensky both acknowledged thorny issues remain, which includes whether Russia can keep Ukrainian territory under control. Putin wants Ukraine to hand over 25% of the eastern Donetsk region that Russia has not been able to conquer till now. And the US plan is to turn the area into a demilitarized and economic zone. Kiev says it would need a referendum on the same, but Putin has refused to allow a ceasefire for Ukrainians to hold a referendum, and Trump has agreed on this. The other issue is the future of Europe's biggest nuclear power plant near Zaporizhia, which is currently under Russian occupation. Under the US peace plan, the US, Russia and Ukraine would run it and profit from it jointly, but Zelensky has outrightly rejected any Russian commercial involvement in the same. Any deal reached between Zelensky and Trump would need Russia's approval as well, which essentially means that there is no certainty of a deal to be struck. Trump also noted that it was possible that the negotiations will fall apart, but the question remains, who will he blame for this?